Hi guys, Lewted host here with another dang stream. I was supposed to stream all day today, but life happens. What can I say? Basically, I had an emergency at the school, so I had to go and resolve that. Came back. By the time I came back, it was 2:30. Well, actually, no, I did some stuff, and then it was 2:30. And here I am. And the issue still isn't resolved. Now, I was going to go into my campaign, and I probably still will. Wanted to go to a replay, and I'll do that right now. Actually, I'll go through what I want to talk about before I forget, because I have a tendency to forget. It's the Danes. The Danes have about two units that are different from the Saxons, but that's about it. And of course, these are units that are shared with every Norse faction, but still, it makes them different in a way. Of course, Norse berserkers are for every every Norse faction. The biggest problem I have with the Danes, though, is that they actually have less choices than the Saxons do. What I mean is, yeah, they have Viking raiders, they have Norse berserkers, they have berserkers, obviously, but at the same time, the Saxons have better units overall, because elite Nordic warriors are part of the Norse core, the Norse roster, sorry. Other units that you think would belong only to the Danes belong to every Norse faction. And so the Danes are not, they're not any different like the other two factions. The Geats have thrall units like thrall skirmishers, thrall spearmen, and they're fairly good. Mind you, I don't use them too much. And then the Jutes obviously have huskarls and royal huskarls, both of which are like the deadliest double-handed axes in the game. But yeah. Anyway, that's going to take a while, so we'll just skip that. Now let's look at these. Oh, no, they have thrall skirmishers themselves, but they don't have thrall spearmen. They only have Nordic levy, Nordic spearmen. So I got that wrong. I have to go relook at the Geats again. Yeah, they have thrall spears, but they both have thrall skirmishers. Nothing really satisfying about that. Thrall spearmen, thrall spears. You know what the difference is. Those two units make them stand up from the Danes. And then, of course, the Jutes also have two units. But the Danes don't have two special units that make them stand out from the Saxons and are not found in the other two factions. Norse berserkers and Viking raiders are in every Norse faction. And then the other Norse units you can find with the Saxons. Nordic Axe Warband, Nordic Axe Warriors, Chosen Warriors, Elite Nordic Warriors, Nordic Warriors. The Hearthguard is specific to the Saxons. And so it's really sad, because I don't think anybody's ever made a video about it, but the Danes do not have any faction-specific units. They don't. I mean, it's kind of made me not want to play them in multiplayer. I did their campaign already. I haven't done the Geats and the Jutes, but I've done the Danes. But at the same time, their campaign was pretty stagnant. Like, they're in a good position, but with no unique units. You're just doing what you do with the other two factions, or with the Saxons even. See, the Saxons have the Hearthguard. Where are they? Hearthguard are pretty good. They replace the Herdmen. See, the Saxons don't have Herdmen. They Hearthguard replaced them. They don't cost the same because herdmen have fear. I think statistically they're similar. Herdmen. Yeah, statistically they're the same, but the thing is, fear, because fear costs 25 talents and immune to fear, of course, the herdmen are more effective. I might have to put this in my guide because I didn't put it in my original description that Hearthguard and herdmen are statistically the same. I will though. But yeah, again, the Danes don't have any faction-specific units, and it sucks. I wish people would notice that. You know, like the Viking captain can be found in all three units, all three factions. Anyway, enough talking about the Danes. Don't like them too much anymore. The Kingdom of the Danes for Age of Charlemagne are good though. I was going to go through this replay yesterday, but did not. This was against the guy that I played yesterday. We just did another battle. I kind of regret doing what I did, but it worked out well, so I'm not too upset. He brought 8 cav units, and I'm starting to really wonder if the Huns are reliable. You know, I had 4 less units than he did. Yeah, I almost got beat. My horse archers were almost useless, and you're gonna see why I said that. And then I had a lot of Ur warriors, because I knew I would be going up against Huskarls. And yeah.
Of peasants must be farmers or slaves. They stink to high heaven. They must be covered in cow shit. Let's clean them up then, boys. Get stuck in and dispose of them quickly.
Now, I've been saying that, I think I've said this a lot, but the Huns have a really big disadvantage in multiplayer. I mean, in the campaign early on, they have a distinct advantage. But in multiplayer, because the funds are the same, and you have access to all units, the Huns, you like really have to be smart with them. In this case, my Hunnic Horse archers are going to start my skirmishing for me. I have Bosphorian warriors, 3 steppe spearmen, 3 Ur warriors, 2 chosen Ur warriors, 4 Hunnic Horse archers, I think I said that, 2 Hunnic horsemen, Axe Cav, but with low armor, and Steppe Warlord. So I started off over here. I made a mistake. I started to aim on this unit, and even though it's not a big deal, these guys didn't move, even though they have skirmish on. Now get a load of this. These guys were supposed to have fired already, but they didn't. And I think they started firing after that. But they should have been firing. Why they didn't fire is beyond me. Their arc of fire indicates that these guys are close enough. But it's one of the problems with Attila that I don't think... one of the problems was Rome 2, because that's been there since Rome 2. That was never really fixed. It's the fact that you can be a horse archer unit can be in their arc of fire, but not be able to fire themselves. So he throws a lot of precursors into my Hunnic horse archers. Obviously, I didn't like that too much.
Our general is being attacked. Keep him alive.
He lost a lot of men trying to pull out. He didn't even get to pull out. He went to my chosen Ur warriors, who ended up getting a lot of kills on them because they were trying to pull out. This unit of Nordic Levy got exposed and countered. I noticed this unit of mounted raiders out of position, and then his other cav are still chasing. But this unit of horse archers only got 1 kill. You know, most of my horse archers should have got more kills, but for some reason they didn't. So I'm able to get away from this unit of mounted raiders. I noticed that he stops because he's not microing it. He's going to get a nice clean charge into these mounted raiders. I did throw some precursors, but it wasn't enough to stop the amount of damage he's going to do. But I do get a rear charge into them. Now the kills start to rack up, as you're gonna see. But these guys took so long to fire.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Now stationary, they fare much better, and I think that's one of the keys to playing as them in the campaign. No, technically your horse archers benefit the most stationary. Now over here, I know that if I'm not quick enough, I'm going to end up losing my center. So I'm trying to hold the units as long as I can. His Royal Huscarls are going to start ripping into my infantry, but he still has cavalry, so you have to be careful of that. I think from now on I'm just going to leave my men on regular shot, because flaming shot, because of how long it takes for these guys to fire, it's not worth it. He moves his cavalry over here. I move my horse archers behind over here because his general's here. And like I said, I'm getting massacred by these Royal Huscarls. I get a fairly good charge in to the back of these units. Pull out because I'm going to charge in again.
The men have broken and are fleeing.
I think if horse archers weren't bogged down by this movement issue problem, they'd have much better use in this game. But a lot of people don't use them because of the issues that they have, or they don't know how to micro them efficiently. Yeah, from now on I'm just going to leave them on normal.
Our men have given up and are running.
Over here, these units of Hunnic horsemen got trapped by these spears. But yeah, one of the best ways to counter double-handed axes is usually just to charge them with cavalry. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for Thracian Oathsworn because they already have a high attack anyway. I mean, these guys do too, but most of their power comes from the charge.
Nothing remains of this unit now.
So I'm going to get a rear charge into these spears, get into the general as well. I think that's going to rout him. I did get another charge over here, but like I said, I kind of regret bringing horse archers now, because even though they're good, I mean, not so many kills. I think they could have benefited more had I just left them on normal shot. These guys got so many kills because they had to charge in. These Chosen Warriors were good. Definitely good at tackling the Royal Huscarls, who were a pain for me. A beautiful rear charge there, trying to evade these spears. He did catch me, but I was able to pull out still. I think one of the biggest things you have to consider is using your horse archers to tackle melee cav. Because if you do it for infantry and your opponent has melee cav, like in this situation, you're in a lot of trouble, especially if you don't have spears. Thankfully I do, but at the same time, they're engaged. He's going to get a rear charge on them right here. Now these guys basically ran out of ammunition. Now see here the fire rate is okay if they're advancing forward, but if they're trying to use Parthian shot, it's not okay. I think Rome 2 and Attila use a similar system to the way Men of War works, where after you fire for a while you become more accurate. In Rome 2 and Attila, it seems like your rate of fire does increase after a while. It's the same thing for Shogun 2, because sometimes your rate of fire is inconsistent, but I don't know if that's true or not. See, I still believe medium cavalry dominate this game, but light cavalry I've been noticing have been doing a lot of damage on rear hits. And I think that's one of the keys to beating these factions, rear charges with light cav units. Of course with heavy cavalry they'll do a lot of damage too, but sometimes they don't do a lot of damage on the charge. Sometimes. Anyway, I won, but I really have to rethink my tactics because that was very disastrous. As you can see, these horse archers didn't get a lot of kills. These two units were the only ones that actually didn't charge, and they only got a few kills. My other warriors did good, and I'm not upset about that. There's not much you can ask for in this game. I mean, like I said, this problem has been in the game since Rome 2 for horse archers and Shogun 2 for archers. Maybe not bow cavalry, but definitely the bow infantry. They have to wait a while for themselves to actually have better fire rate sometimes. If the unit gets into range quickly, then that's not the case. For a second I thought I lost my Tanuki campaign. I've actually been doing a lot of command prompting on my computer because I forgot how to do it, and because I've been doing it in Linux so much, I thought why not do it here as well, so that's what I'm doing. You know, I really should take some time off to just do Rome 2 campaigns featuring the nomads. I might do that next year for my study week special. Usually, when I see battles like this, I tend to not bother fighting them. But Armenia recently, actually, the Sassanids recently declared war on me, so I've been fighting them. I just saved it at this point because I forgot to. Ooh, Warhammer's off for 25%. Anyway, let's get into this battle, shall we? First things first, I'm not going to win a naval fight, so why bother trying to do that? I actually forgot the time. What I might do is I might end the stream. Might end up ending the stream early, just because I have my sister's coming home. That and sometimes I lag. That's also for a number of other reasons, but mostly those. I also want to play some Men of War Assault Squad. Never streaming that or Call to Arms. Company of Heroes 2 lags when I stream now, so I can't do that for a while. Well, that was a nasty leg. I thought I put you guys over here. Why'd you go all the way back there?
Dublin men! As you wish! Riders at the double! On what? Mounted!
Enemy units have returned to the battle!
Riders advance! Forward! Mounted Dublin men! Forever loyal! We understand! As you wish! We... Raiders! As you wish! Mounted Dublin men! Engage! Quickly now! Raiders! Mounted Dublin men! As you say! At the double! Melee cavalry awaiting order!
Our men flee the field of battle! This is a shameful display!
Forward! Ready to march! Raiders!
Our aim is true! Advance at speed!
At the ready! Raiders!
The walls are breached!
Raiders! Quickly now! Riders!
Our general is being attacked! Keep him alive!
Advance at speed! For honor!
Enemy troops have reached the walls! Forward!
What are your orders? Raiders! Riders, advance!
Missile infantry ready!
Raiders! Quickly now! Melee cavalry ready! Raiders!
Ready to march! Quick march! Raiders! Missiles at your command! What are your orders? Missile infantry ready!
Victory is imminent! See these dogs into the sea!
Swift riders!
Spears!